I'm Kevin Richardson, Chief Executive of the Chartered Institute of Logistics and Transport. Welcome to the 2018 CILT Virtual Careers Fair. Logistics and transport is the backbone of the UK economy, and it needs professionals such as yourselves to strengthen the country's supply chains and to ensure the efficient and safe movement of people. There are many opportunities for hard-working individuals to earn great salaries, work within famous brands, and even utilise extraordinary technologies such as virtual reality and robotics. Coming up are leading companies in our sectors who want to tell you about the career opportunities they offer. Companies such as Brakes Group, Kuehne Nagel, First Group, Jeffco, Rolls-Royce and more. We are streaming live, so if you have any questions you would like to ask, please post them on Facebook and we will endeavour to answer them at the group Q&A at the end. Your host for this year's Virtual Careers Fair is Joseph.
Hi, I'm Kay Richardson, Head of Resourcing.
And I'm Kevin Walker, Resource and Business Partner.
And we work for Brakes UK, which is part of Cisco, the world's leading food service distributor.
Your local pub, your favourite restaurant, your children's school, all have one thing in common: Brakes UK.
From nachos in Northampton to a hot pot in a hospital, from canapes in Canterbury to a whole lobster at a Michelin-starred restaurant, we deliver over 1.5 million items to our customers each and every day.
And at Brakes UK we have a single mission, and that's to help businesses that serve food to thrive.
And we've been serving chefs across the industry for 60 years with a business built on innovation, quality and trust. It's no surprise that we know what we're doing.
And with a culture where everyone works together as one team and a real focus around our brilliant people, there's no doubt that we have the ingredients to make your career a successful one.
So if you're interested in driving, warehouse operations, logistics, supply chain, finance, food, we have the right opportunity for you.
Please, could you describe the promotion path for logistics and transport professionals within Brake?
Yeah, being a company of our size, we recognise the importance of that development for our colleagues. So it is really, really important to us. And we have lots of initiatives within Brakes. We have what we call a warehouse to wheel scheme, which takes our warehouse colleagues and we take them through the licensing process, so ultimately they become HGV drivers for us. We have what we call our MDI program, which is a management development initiative. So that's aimed at colleagues taking that step into management for the first time, and it gives them the tools to really enable them to make that transition positively. You know, we've got lots of senior leaders within our business that actually started with us as colleagues in the warehouse and as drivers, and you know, are now running entire regions of their own.
Absolutely, and in our sales team, some of our best performing business development managers came from customer service roles and telesales. Even one of my team, I have a resourcing advisor who started off as depot admin and she's now worked her way up. And with our extensive apprenticeship and graduate programs, we really mean it when we say that with Brakes you can feed your ambition and deliver your future.
Speaking of future, tell me, why is attracting new blood within this industry so important?
Well, it is. It's hugely important, attracting new people and indeed a new generation. It's so important for us as a company, but also for the logistics and transport industry as a whole. It will ensure the future of our business, and without new talent, we can't grow and we can't evolve, and that's not an option because we have really big plans.
Right.
And you know, you've got to consider, you know, the world is changing. And imagine a world without logistics and transport. You know, no food to your restaurants, no food to your kids' schools, no next day deliveries. You know, it's incredibly important that we keep logistics and transport alive.
Right.
It certainly is. I mean, if we think about it, absolutely everything we eat, wear, use, drink on a daily basis is available to us because of the logistics and transport industry. And people sometimes, or the industry as a whole, can be forgotten as a profitable career choice, but it's an ever-changing industry, and certainly at the moment with the new things happening, AI, robots, drones, self-driving cars, it's really exciting.
Oh yeah. And what sort of training will a new recruit receive at Brake?
Yeah, again, we recognise the importance of training, and what we want is our new recruits to join the business and start on a positive footing. So it's very specific to the role that you've come in to do. Generally, our inductions are around about 8 weeks, and again, they're role specific. But what we also do is offer them the opportunity to see the business in its wider sense and experience how other areas of the business impact your role and your department.
Absolutely. I mean, we're certainly always working together as one team, and we like to include that in the induction. So quite often we'll send people out with a driver for the day so they can see the front line and actually what happens within our business. We get them to spend time in our depots and warehouses, sometimes even send them to our customers' sites so they can see firsthand what they're doing and everything that brakes do to make our customers' lives easier.
Oh. And let me ask you this, what type of person shines within the industry?
I think anybody and everybody has the opportunity to shine in our industry. I think typically you might be a problem solver, be able to think on your feet, certainly not afraid of a bit of hard work and be part of a team. But yeah, I think it's open to anybody willing for that type of challenge.
Definitely. I think it's really important that you see the bigger picture too, and understand that whatever role you're in, whatever it is that you're doing, you're playing a huge and important part in ensuring that hospitals have food for their patients, schools have food for their pupils, the food service industry and the UK as a whole is kept going, and we really look for our new recruits to share our values. That's important to us, and our values are integrity, inclusiveness, excellence, teamwork and responsibility. And you know, if those things are important to you, then you'll probably love working with us.
All right. Well, thank you. Brakes UK, everybody. Now, let's take a quick break so professionals within the industry can tell you how they got into it and why they stay. After that, we have DHL.
Hi, I'm Kev. I've been with Sainsbury's for 15 years and during that time I've had a very exciting career. Started on the shop floor as an agency colleague before moving into a team manager position, then on to planning manager at Hams before taking a big leap into the world of non-food. Spent a year with DHL and then came back to Hams as operations manager. Fully enjoyed my career. Thank you very much.
So I've been in Rolls-Royce for over 30 years now, and in that time I've had several different roles, some of which have been inside our supply chain and some have been working very close to it. So it's been a very interesting experience, but supply chain comes and goes.
My name's Ian Jones, I'm the site manager at ProLogis in Coventry and I've been with Jeffco for 3 years. I wanted to advance my career with a stable, well-respected company that is internationally known through its services and reputation. I'd describe Jeffco as reliable, caring and appreciative. My advice would be, know what you want, demonstrate flexibility and show your prospective employer that you're hungry.
Customers are the centre of our world. When it comes to meeting their supply chain needs and helping solve their business problems, we do more. We do more for the UK's emergency services. When one police force needed to standardise the sourcing and delivery of uniforms, we responded with an end-to-end supply solution. We do more for airlines. Our customer wanted to deliver a better food experience for their passengers. So now we design, source and prepare over 3 million meals. That was just for starters. We also developed a vehicle that increased food loading capacity by 70%. Talking of efficiency, we've helped one customer in the auto industry to sequence over 680,000 parts, which means they can build a car every 90 seconds. We also do more for our pharmaceutical customers who needed a temperature-controlled service that was fast, traceable and secure. We now move over 2 million doses of clinical trials medication around the world. Every year we do more to help customers meet their biggest logistics challenges and keep their businesses running smoothly. We fulfil 100 million items for online orders, deliver to 80% of Oxford Street stores, storing 6.5 million hanging garments at any one time, and pack over 1 million Easter eggs. We distribute approximately 7 million tyres to dealers and retailers and deliver 7.7 billion litres of fuel every year. We make over 600,000 journeys to transport patients safely to and from healthcare appointments. And repair and recycle more than 86,000 boilers with our asbestos-trained engineers. And did you know that 1 in every 3 pints of beer consumed in UK pubs is delivered by DHL? Cheers! As you can see, the DHL world revolves around our customers, our employees and their communities. Connecting people and improving lives is what we do. So, as we look forwards, we're listening to our customers and working with new technologies to build the supply chain of the future. We're proud to be an essential part of everyday life. For more information about DHL, visit dhl.com, follow us on Twitter, or search the hashtag DHL We Do More.
Hi everyone, my name is Amanda Barnes and I'm joined today by one of our graduates, Sam Brown. And together we're really looking forward to talking to you about the business that we work for, DHL Supply Chain.
As the world's leading contract logistics provider, DHL offers specialist, proven expertise across a wide variety of sectors, and as today's global markets grow, our innovative logistics solutions are ready to help.
As a business, we are committed to bringing in and developing talent across all levels of our organisation. And to help us continue to run the successful business that DHL is today, we invest a significant amount of time, effort and attention in our emerging talent, who we truly see as our leaders of the future.
So we're really excited to be able to speak to you today about how our business is an essential part of everyday life, why we enjoy working for DHL, and to give you greater insight into the emerging talent programmes we offer.
Now, I would like to welcome Amanda and Sam from DHL. Now, what sort of training would a new recruit receive at DHL?
Yeah, so we have a wide variety of training and development available for not only new recruits but also for our existing employees. But I think if we focus on what's available for our graduate and apprenticeship programmes, we have a tailored training and development programme that supports those particular programmes. That will be very much focused towards building leadership and management skills, project and change management, and also underpinned with our certified supply chain management programmes.
And can you tell me about your Certified Supply Chain Specialist program?
Yep, so our Certified Supply Chain Specialist programme is something that all DHL employees go through. It's a globally aligned training module. It's there to teach us the importance of logistics and to kind of show how DHL is an essential part of everyday life. We also have our Certified Supply Chain Manager module, which is for managers in DHL and it's kind of a follow-on from CSCS. In terms of other training, we have our in-house training solutions team who offer a wide variety of training from conflict management to absence management, and they go out to sites and deliver the training in person. Then we have an online training platform as well, which can be accessed at any time through someone's DHL login, and is kind of there for any time you want to get e-learning or any videos like that, you can go online and access it.
All right. And how important is the logistics and transport industry to the modern world?
Yeah, so I think us as an industry and us as a business are touching people every single day, and I think it's fair to say that as people we're probably more demanding than we've ever been before, and we want access to products and services quicker than we ever have done before, and as a business and as an industry we need to ensure that we're responding to that and keeping ahead of that trend. So I think as people we want to be able to access our local store at any time and have access to the products that we want. We want to be able to be in our own homes and order products and have those delivered to us in some instances same day.
Yeah.
And then if we don't want that product, we want to be able to return it at a way that's most convenient for us. So I think as a business and as an industry, like I've said, we need to be responding to that and keeping ahead. We need to ensure that we've got the latest technology that can support those demands. And again, I think taking it back to our graduate and apprenticeship programmes, it's my role to ensure that we are meeting those demands with the new people that we're coming and bringing into our business. So for example, we've had our first robotics apprentice join the business, and that's something that we're looking at evolving and continuing to do. So always thinking to the future and how can talent and new people coming into our business support that.
All right. And let me ask you this, how about humanitarian aid? I mean, with so many natural disasters, this must be important too.
Yeah, for sure. I think this area is really highlights how important the logistics and transport industry is for the world, really. So DHL have our disaster relief team who are on hand to provide support during any kind of natural disaster like an earthquake, a landslide, a hurricane, this kind of thing. And what the support we're providing is life-saving support, which you can't really get more important than that. It's something that I'd definitely like to be involved with in the future. And to be fair, it does make me quite proud of DHL that we are there to offer that support for people who really need it.
Right. And what do you think is the most challenging aspect of supply chain roles?
I think probably the same as most industries and most businesses out there. You can't predict what's going to happen on a day-to-day basis.
Definitely.
And I think that when you're in a business that is so much tailored towards our customers and to people that are out there. If something happens in the operation and we can't foresee it happening and we've got to act really, really quickly, that can be really, really challenging. But I think put it on the flip side, that's probably what keeps it exciting, not always, but a lot of the time. And actually sometimes that can be some of the more rewarding elements to the role as well.
Right. Now I can see you're both really enthusiastic about presenting this work, and I must ask, what do you enjoy about working for DHL?
I think for me, the most enjoyable thing is just the sheer amount of opportunities that you get through DHL.
Yeah.
Because it's such a big company and we've got so many different customers that we work with, you get to experience lots of different business cultures.
Yeah.
You also get to work with a wide variety of people from different backgrounds with different perspectives on things, and kind of make friends along the way, which is a really important part of the job. I think, again, because of the sort of the wide variety that you get at DHL, you're never bored in your job. I think being bored in a job is probably the worst thing possible. That definitely isn't the case at DHL. So yeah, I think for me it's that incredible variety of role and of people that you get to meet that makes it so enjoyable.
Right. And well, is this logistics and transport industry, is it a viable career for both women and men?
Yeah, 100%. So yeah, absolutely. I think that historically there's probably always been a stigma with logistics and transport, that it's very much a male-dominated industry that caters towards males. I think that we are a long way from that. As a business, we are recruiting females more than we ever have done before. And if we look at our graduate programme specifically, our acceptance rates from female graduates has risen by 17% since 2014. So we're definitely moving in the right direction.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you, DHL, everybody. Now let's hear from someone from the industry, some professionals, and they will be talking about Jeffco.
I'm currently studying a Masters in International Operations and Supply Chain Management, and the reason that I chose this course was because there was a lot of content which was really interesting, and a lot of it I hadn't come across before, and I thought that it would be really interesting to go and find out a lot more about the different things that it offered. Obviously grades are very important to me. I've got a young family, and in order for me to come here I have to get good grades, but also it's meeting people, and it was a fantastic course to be on because there was a lot of international people in it, and it just made the experience of being at university just a fantastic one that I thoroughly enjoyed. One of the biggest lessons I've learned is not to take myself so seriously. As I said, I've got on so well with international students that I've met, and I found out so much about their different cultures and stuff like that and their background, and had such a great time doing it, and it was something that I thought that I had missed out previously when I was at university, because I did work so hard, but this time around it's really let me embrace that and be part of different cultures and stuff that's going on at university life. Since coming to university, I believe that the influence of the common good has made a big difference with myself and what I do within my community. I now do a lot of volunteering. I volunteer for a local kayak club, and I help with dealing with people and stuff, and also doing a bit of marketing for them. But I also go out to different things within the community and just get very involved, and it's something that I didn't do as much before I came and went on to this course. Someone who really inspires me is Stephen Hawking. I think he's a great physicist, obviously fantastic in his field, but obviously very funny, but has had to deal with so many obstacles in his way, but has managed to overcome them and overcome them to achieve so much with his life. So when I first went on this course, I wanted to do something supply chain related. I'm now looking at going into training in supply chain, and I'm looking now, after gaining my qualifications, I'm looking forward to my next step, which would be to be going towards my MSIPs, which is a fantastic qualification to get in my field. If you bumped into me on campus, you would probably find me in the centre of the Saltire Centre. I would say that I should be there for studying, but 9 times out of 10 I'm there chatting to people, getting to know people, and just getting involved with things that are going on campus.
As a project manager, I love working for Wincanton. I love working in logistics. It is such a dynamic industry, diversification of functions. Every day is a new challenge, and therefore you expand your skill set, doing different things, being agile, on the move, which is super derivative of the logistics world.
My name is David Kennedy. I'm a key account manager in finished vehicle logistics, and I joined Jeffco in June 2018. What I most enjoy about my job is the variety it brings and the amount of different people I get to touch base with, be that customers, as we're dealing with a variety of customers in different areas of finished vehicle logistics, but also dealing with the variety of colleagues that I get to touch base with when we are winning business and implementing new business. I joined logistics straight out of university in 2010, so why I would recommend someone joining from a graduate position into a logistics environment is there's great opportunities for them to develop their career, get exposure through graduate schemes to a variety of different areas of the logistics industry, but also it's something that everyone needs. All our customers have products that need moving. There will always be a need to move products, especially in this global world, so logistics is a very secure career path.
Okay, when you're ready. Yep. Jeffco UK is going from strength to strength. Our new branding, Partners Unlimited, showcases our transformation as a global provider of industrial supply chain services and a European leader in automotive logistics.
We aim to raise the bar with our partners and customers to create more value across the global supply chain. Growing our business through international expansion and innovation, always going the extra mile in a fast-changing market.
Jeffco's scope of activity is expanding and covers freight transport by road, air, rail and sea to first-party logistics.
Our success is because of our people. Engagement is our #1 priority, and we work collaboratively to ensure we invest in our team's development, supporting both current and future career aspirations.
This year sees the launch of many new initiatives, including the Jeffco University, specialist academies and the Innovation Hub.
Jeffco advocate feedback and coaching, and through succession planning, we always look to promote from within. This approach has meant that we now have over 13,000 exceptional employees of 90 different nationalities who help provide a customer-centric service to 300 destinations worldwide.
Now, I would like to welcome Sandra from Jeffco.
Thank you.
Now, can you tell me more about your entry-level career opportunities?
Of course. We have several flexible routes, including a very flexible management development scheme. It's a 2-year programme, and what we try to do is provide the broadest experience for our graduates by providing them with a number of work rotations. The purpose of that is so that they can get a broader view of Jeffco, get a better understanding about our business, who we are and the Jeffco values. They're also given access to a business mentor, so they're sponsored by the senior management team. We make sure that they get some real life experience in some of the departments as well. So we also get them to go through a Institute of Leadership and Management diploma course, and we also provide masterclasses in key skill areas such as project management and finance. But for Jeffco, we really believe in experiential learning, so the best opportunity for our graduates is developing their networks to help them fast track their careers, and also take on board a very much value added business project which they lead and then deliver back to key stakeholders in the business. We also offer apprenticeships, so we do traditional intermediate, higher and degree apprenticeships. Very, very similar to the graduate programme, whereas it's very structured. They get the business mentor and they do the rotations. And the whole point of it is to make sure that by the end of their development programme, that they go straight into the career of their choice.
Oh, all right. And tell me, what are your initiatives for people in higher education?
Okay, so we work very collaboratively with local universities. So at the moment, we're currently sponsoring things such as PhDs and MSc projects. We offer industrial placements, and it's not just about the university. We also do a lot of work with one of our special educational needs schools, so Exall Grange, and provide supported internships so that we can give the best opportunities to people. But for me, it's all about flexibility and making sure that we can manage expectations of both the business and new talent coming in.
And well, what does Jeffco look for in potential candidates?
Okay, good question. Well, we're an international company, so I think it's probably fair to say that if you're mobile, then there's lots more opportunities available to you.
Right.
But specifically, it's all about drive and ambition. So we need commitment from individuals. We also like people to be curious, that are happy to challenge the status quo, that regularly update their knowledge. So we want people to be in the driving seat and own their actual career. I think a couple of other people have mentioned today things like problem solving. So it's really important that people come up with solutions, not just identify what the problems are. But really, we want people that are self-aware, people that are actually going to advocate the Jeffco values, people that are commercially savvy, and also with the interconnectivity of all things, they've got a very digital focus. And obviously, being a service organisation, they've got to be customer-centric.
Oh, okay. And, well, speaking of careers, what is the typical career path of a graduate at Jeffco?
I'm glad to say we don't do typical. I think for me, we end up facilitating people's careers. It's the individual that actually drives their career.
Oh.
So if I think about some real life examples of people that have moved through our business, we've got an example of a international intern that came to the UK 30 years ago, who then came back as an MD and has now gone into a bigger opportunity within the group. I can think of somebody that joined the company as an apprentice, and they're now an RGM for one of our finished vehicle logistics depots. And also an export clerk who's now just moved into a key account management role. So, as I mentioned before, it's all about owning your own career, and simply Jeffco will facilitate how quickly you get there. So from A to B, depends on your drive and your ambition.
Oh, okay. And, well, how do you develop talent of Jeffco?
We take a blended approach. So going back to something that I mentioned before, it's very much the 70-20-10 model, so very much experiential learning. So a lot of the development will be done on the job. So we have, we set objectives, so whether it's team or individual, to provide people with stretch. There's lots of opportunities for people to go on a secondment if they want to go and try a temporary role in another department. But the big one for me is also getting people involved in projects earlier on in their careers. So this is about either leading or participating as part of a project. So again, very value added for the customer.
Yeah.
We also make sure that we're having regular career conversations so that we actually understand the drive and the ambitions of our employees. Because as I mentioned before, it's really important to Jeffco that we promote from within. We've also just launched a fantastic new initiative called Jeffco University, which has a degree of artificial intelligence built into it. So depending on what your interests are, whether it's to develop your knowledge or experience in your current role or something that's of personal interest, there's something very much there for everybody. So it'll take a little bit of e-learning, it'll take a classroom-based training, so you've got more or less a central hub for everything that we offer as a business. But we also do things like continual professional development. So we've got some really good stories where individuals have come in, decided that they want to take a bit of a career diversification. So we've sponsored individuals to do things like ACCA, SIPs or similar, so that they can then be promoted or move into a different career choice.
Right, and I must admit, I'm curious. If you were to give your younger self career advice, what would it be?
Oh, that's going back a few years.
Yeah.
So for me, it's about taking a little bit of a leap of faith. I think one of the ladies earlier was talking about logistics, and it has a very traditional kind of vision. So for me, I wish I'd actually come into logistics much earlier in my career. It's a brilliant opportunity of actually diversifying. Yeah. So Jeffco in particular, because it's a bit of a family feel. So we've only got 520 employees in the UK, but we've very much got the corporate backing with 13,000 globally. Oh, yeah. But for me, don't be afraid to take risks and also be very open-minded, because I think sometimes we get a little bit too fixated with a specific career choice that we've got in our head. The big one for me, though, is asking lots of questions and invest in your own development. Because if you're constantly learning and getting out of your comfort zone, the opportunities will very much present themselves.
Yeah, can't agree more, actually. And currently, what key skills will help the future growth of, the business and help people develop a long-term career?
Well, I have to agree with everybody that you've had on so far. I think logistics is very fast-paced,
Yeah.
so we're looking for people specifically that have got that entrepreneurial spirit, very much can do, can be very innovative in their approach, thinking outside of the box. If we look at some of the hard skills, very much we're looking for people that have got project management orientation, that are naturally very analytical and can spot opportunities to do things better. But the big one for me, obviously being HR, is we need to develop future leaders. So it's about making sure that we're attracting A-star candidates, so our future leaders and managers for tomorrow, and people that actively coach and develop others.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Sandra from Sandra, everybody. Now, let us hear from Glasgow Caledonian University on how the right academic courses can help you in your logistics, operations and supply chain careers. Karen from Glasgow Caledonian is joining us remotely on Facebook. Hi Karen, and is available to answer your questions in the comments section. After Glasgow Caledonian, we'll hear from another industry professional, and they're from Glisson.
Glasgow Caledonian University is an award-winning, innovative campus with a whole range of offers in educational terms which we think will help you build a career that is truly focused around what industry needs. There's lots of opportunities here to study abroad, to undertake your course on a full-time or a part-time basis, or even distance learning. We achieve very high satisfaction rates from our students, and we're the first university in Scotland for work experience and graduate recruitment. Our MSc in International Operations and Supply Chain Management is something we're particularly proud of. It's a unique programme developed with industry and for industry. It'll give you a Lean Yellow Belt certification, and it's also accredited by the Chartered Institute of Logistics and Transport and the Chartered Institute of Procurement and Supply. You'll join students from a range of cultures and a range of backgrounds. You'll be taught not only by academic staff but by guest lecturers, business leaders, and you'll participate in simulation and project work that's linked to the industries we seek to serve. Previous graduates have gone on to work in the private and public sector, in manufacturing, retail, and a whole range of posts across the globe. You'll study modules in international logistics, transport, procurement, quality, and global supply chain management. It'll culminate in a research project which will be focused around a real-world problem. My advice: come to Glasgow Caledonian.
Everything that we eat, wear, possess has been delivered by logistics. It's an integral part of the lives that we lead today and how our society operates. It is varied. The type of jobs that you can do can be very practical, they can be more office-based. It suits everybody and it's so important. First of all, advise them to think about the type of jobs that they want to do, and then start looking at the courses that are available and which one best suits their needs and their interests. Yes, I think social media does have a big impact. They can see more, get feedback from other students, see more about it, but also universities and potential job employers will look at your profile on social media and look at that before they will offer you jobs. So it's really important to be careful of the image that you portray. For many people doing their undergraduate degree, it's because they're not very sure about what they want to do, and so by going and doing a master's, then you can specialise and develop your skills in certain areas, and it allows you to concentrate and look deeper at particular subjects. Well, I asked around, and for most people, they kind of ended up involving in looking at logistics and supply chains. For me, it started a long time ago when I was a child, and given away my age now, I used to watch Play School, and they had a feature which was Through the Window, and a lot of that was to do with how factories, what went on in factories and things like that, and I've been fascinated ever since.
Hi, my name's Darren. I've completed the honours degree at Huddersfield a number of years ago as a mature student. Since then, I've worked with a different number of organisations, including Sainsbury's for the last 10 years, where I've had 3 different roles and lots of opportunity to develop my career to my current role as Operations Support Manager.
Hi, I'm Paul Strawn from Gleeson Recruitment. Gleeson was set up in 2011 by 3 directors with one objective, to set up a recruitment business founded on 3 core values of trust, transparency and integrity. We've expanded over the last 7 years by attracting experienced recruiters who embody the same values around customer service as we do, and we've grown to be a national service provider with offices in Birmingham, London and Reading. Our procurement and supply chain division is one of those that I run, and we specialise in end-to-end supply chain recruitment, both permanent and temporary, from a range of functions, right from sourcing and very commercial procurement-led roles all the way through to operational roles in transport and logistics. The goal of the business has always been to create a mutually beneficial, long-lasting relationship with our customers.
So why is attracting new blood within the industry so important?
The logistics and transport industry has been through a phenomenal growth rate in recent times, and that just means that the sector obviously needs people to fuel its growth. Retail has shifted, other sectors have shifted towards more bias and more reliance on logistics and transport. So unless we can address a talent gap in those areas, the sector won't be able to continue at the phenomenal growth rate it's experiencing at the moment.
What do you think are the most important qualities for someone to excel in a logistics role?
I think that's one of the great things about the sector is the variety of roles that you can take on. You can be highly analytical, very focused on problem solving, and you can work in solutions design, project implementation or business improvement, or you can be highly emotionally intelligent and people focused, and you can work in operations leadership. So I think whatever your strength, there's a home in the logistics and transport industry for you.
Is the logistics and transport industry a viable career for women as well as men?
Yeah, absolutely. I think even when we get asked these questions these days, we're probably raising the profile of the agenda too much. There are women who are successful in the logistics industry at all levels at the moment. Organisations like the CILT are doing a huge amount to raise the agenda. There still can feel like an imbalance in the industry, but the industry is doing a lot now to try and combat that. And so women just shouldn't even be thinking about this question before they look to try and get into the industry.
What sort of benefits are there to working in the supply chain industry?
I think, in summary, it's a hugely fast-paced industry that is driven by results, and so I think that leads to a highly competitive atmosphere where individuals and teams and businesses are very results-focused. And so I think, if you're a person who likes to deliver and is focused on achievement and targets, then the industry would work for you. And I think that the industry will change a lot. Technology, AI, automation, all of these things are being adopted into the industry, and the next 20 years of logistics is going to look nothing like the last 20 years.
What's the best way for a job seeker to approach a recruitment agency, and what can they expect?
I think you need to view your relationship with a recruiter as a partnership. Our job is to remove the burden of time really from all parties, from the client and from the candidate. And I think therefore your investment in time right at the front end of the process in developing a relationship and investing some time in that relationship will save you time in the long run. It can't be seen as a transaction, and I think first and foremost, above everything, be honest, be open and be transparent through the process, and we will always try and do the same.
Thank you, guys. Go California. Now, Paul from Gleeson is watching and can answer your questions in the comment section. The public sector is another avenue for transport professionals. Let's now hear from CILT champion Kath Bro at Cycling Scotland, and after that we'll be live with Kuehne Nagel.
Hi, I'm Kath Bruff and I'm Head of Behaviour Change at Cycling Scotland and proud to be a CILT champion. Welcome to the Virtual Careers Fair. I hope that some of you out there will be considering a career in the sustainable and active travel sector. There's never been a more important time with all the significant investment in infrastructure to consider this sector for a career. Behaviour change programmes are so important in ensuring that future investment is well utilised and that there are ongoing improvements to improve walking and cycling facilities for everyone throughout the country. Transferable skills are so essential, project management and behaviour change.
Kuehne Nagel is one of the world's leading logistics organisations. We have over 1,300 locations in more than 100 countries across the globe and 79,000 colleagues working across our logistics network daily. In a modern world of next day delivery, where almost anything is just a click of a button away, Kuehne Nagel is at the forefront of global logistics.
I would like to welcome Bob and Sasha from Kuehne Nagel. Now, why would someone want to join Kuehne Nagel?
So at Kuehne Nagel, we're proud to deliver exceptional customer service to some of the nation's biggest brands. So we work on behalf of our clients to import, export, deliver and store goods through our air freight, sea freight, road logistics and warehousing capabilities. So that means we have transported goods to the World Cup, we have flown live animals across the country, and we've even delivered Victoria Beckham sunglasses.
Oh.
So there's loads of different opportunities, and we really do work as a team and work together to make sure we deliver for our clients. So in addition to this, the exciting thing is we're still growing, and we've set ourselves the ambitious target to double the size of our business by 2022. We're also striving to be the best company to work for and the best company to do business with. And what we realise is that people are at the heart of allowing us to achieve those goals. So you'd work for Kuehne Nagel if you want exciting opportunities in a growing business with people at the centre.
Right. And whom are you looking to recruit?
We're looking to recruit, we've got jobs for everyone. We're looking to recruit everything from logistics specialists and functional experts as well in our HR, finance, IT, procurement departments. We're looking for people who want to work in diverse teams with people who want to achieve results. We've got a broad variety of roles available. As Sasha was saying, we're looking to double our business within the next sort of 5 years by employing an extra 5,000 heads in the UK alone. And we recognise that it's passion and the dedication of individuals that really make our business. So we're looking for people who have the similar sort of attitude to us, real go-getters, those who want to get stuck in, learn from the best and really make a difference.
Right. And how do Kuehne Nagel develop their people?
So many ways. So there are development opportunities for everybody within the business, no matter where their role is or no matter what they do or what part of the business. We do have specialist early career programmes to help people develop into the sector. So there are apprentice programmes, graduate programmes and industrial placement programmes. But no matter whether you've got 0 experience, 1 year's experience, 50 years experience, we will help people develop to their aspiring careers or whatever they want to be. We have a dedicated talent management team who are trained to deliver to people's individual needs, to deliver qualifications or training to help them progress their careers.
Oh, right. Now, let's just say I'm an employee. And what would Kuehne Nagel be able to give me?
Well, not only would you be joining one of the best logistics companies in the whole world, you'd be you'd be joining an organisation that's growing, as Sasha said. So with the big growth over the next 5 years, we really can propel your career forward. You'll get a competitive salary. You'll get some great benefits. We've got a route to rewards scheme, so there's loads of high street brands and shops that we can get discounts on, so it's really, really good that side as well. And we're a global organisation, so there's plenty of opportunities to develop your career on a global scale.
Oh, right. And, well, just tell me, how can I join?
We've got a brand new careers website, www.kncareers.co.uk. It's absolutely fantastic, brand new, sparkling new website. You'll be able to search for all our entry development opportunities, all our entry roles. You'll be able to get on there and set up alerts and register your interest so that we can come to you when we've got the right sort of role that comes up as well. It's absolutely fantastic. www.kncareers.co.uk for entry-level roles and all of our other jobs available as well.
All right. Thank you. Kuehne Nagel, everybody. Now, let's hear from Lucy Holland. project support manager from Sainsbury's, as to how she got her job and why she loves it. And Vaseline, finished vehicle logistics graduate from Jeffco. After which, we are back live with IAF.
Hello, my name's Lucy and I came through the Nova scheme. I completed my placement with Sainsbury's and then came back after graduation. I currently work in the projects team, delivering change across the division, which I love. No 2 days are the same and you get to see ideas become a reality.
My name is Vaseline Jovcev, or Ves. I'm a graduate in finished vehicle logistics and I've worked for Jeffco for the past 6 weeks now. The thing which has had the biggest impact on me at work has been not only my team. The reason being is that on the one hand they're quite supportive as a team, but on the other hand each and every single one of them is very self-driven. Therefore this creates the perfect environment for a person to improve themselves. The reason why I believe that the logistics industry, and particularly Jeffco, is a great place to work is because the nature of the industry and the business alongside it are quite dynamic and fast-paced. Therefore, the problems which people face within the business and the industry are very different, very diverse. They can relate to dealing with internal or external customers or stakeholders, as well as dealing with physical assets or intangible process. And I believe the day-to-day, the ability to really work with interesting stuff is there. Some useful tips which I believe I can offer to graduates, which can help them stand out during the graduation process, are first of all to be themselves. I think it's important, especially when you're dealing and working with people from many different nationalities and cultures. It's important to really showcase what kind of a person you are. And secondly, they need to be able to emphasize on why particularly their work or academic experience will help them ultimately add value within the company.
You could be a supply distribution specialist for the RAF. Where will your logistics career take you? You could be looking after ammunition one day to fuel and cars the next day. We deal with aircraft spares, vehicle spares, and we travel all over the world to ensure that they are delivered to make sure that our operations function. We deal with humanitarian aid and deliver that to the rest of the world.
Now, here with me, I have Stephanie from RAF. Welcome to the live.
Hi.
Now, real quick, can you describe the promotion path for, let's say, logistics and transport professionals within the RAF?
Yeah, so once our recruits go through their basic training, they are then allocated to the training school at RAF Halton, where they'll undertake 12 weeks of basic training in supply, and then from that point on they will go on to their unit where they will take part in their level 2 in supply warehousing and distribution, which is CILT accredited, and then from that point onwards it's up through the ranks. They have to do a minimum of 4 years at their current rank as a senior aircraftsman, and then they would be eligible for promotion, which then would then open up the doors to more accreditation and more courses. Currently it's taking an average of about 9 years to get promoted, but like I said, that can happen in 4.
Oh, right. And what do you look for in potential recruits?
So our recruits, as logistics is a pivotal role in the RAF, and we're often working alone across the world. Our guys have to be good at communication, and they have to understand their roles in the RAF. We tend to work alone, and we will have to be trained in all of our various trade roles, such as dangerous goods, accounting, and MHE.
Right. And speaking of training, what sort of training would a new recruit receive?
So initially, as a basic training recruit, you would undertake the 10-week course at RAF Halton, and then you would be distributed out into the logistics trades, such as movements, supply, MT driver, and then you would undertake the individual trade training there. The supply training is about 13 weeks at the moment. And then from that point on, you would then go on to your unit where you would undertake your individual trade specialist, such as dangerous goods, and then you would go on through other areas as well.
Oh, and what do you think is the most challenging aspect of logistics roles?
Because logistics is such a large trade, we go all over the world. We have been out in the Caribbean last year with Operation Rumman, where we had to deliver tons and tons of freight and humanitarian aid. And so we basically have to go to austere areas where we do not get a lot of support, and so it can be really challenging.
Yeah. And are logistics roles in the RAF a viable career for women as well as for men?
Yes, I myself have done 15 years in the RAF. We've recently won awards for the Women in Defence, and we also have many people of all roles and ranks that are women. My current chain of command is pretty much women all the way to the top, and I don't think there's anything holding us back anymore.
Oh, right. Well, thank you, Stephanie.
No problem.
Now, next up, we have First Group, who are joining us remotely. Paul from First Group is online now and watching for your questions in the comment section below. After this, we'll hear from CILT Chief Executive Kevin Richardson, again as to how he got into the industry and his advice to you. We're then live with Rolls-Royce.
Joining us remotely is First Group, a leading transport operator in the UK and North America who offer talented graduates and undergraduates like you exciting opportunities through many different career paths. As part of their team of 100,000 people, you can help to make a big impact on the lives of millions of customers who rely on bus, rail and tram services. At First Group, they provide solutions for an increasingly congested world, keeping people moving and communities prospering. To meet the transport challenges of tomorrow, they're looking for future leaders to join them in their business operations or engineering functions. With First Group, you can look forward to great perks, training and support as you develop new strengths, grow your career and get to grips with new challenges. Last year, around 2 billion people relied on First Group services to visit family and friends or get to work, school or college. Every day, their teams work hard in all kinds of roles to provide vitally important services for their customers. In the UK, you can join programmes within their group bus or train services, all of which share the same values, but are different in terms of expertise, geography, customers, and mix of contract and passenger revenue.
Hi, I'm Samantha Humphries, Graduate Programme Manager at First Group. I manage the graduate intake from everything to do with attraction, recruitment, assessment, onboarding and the development of the graduates whilst they're on their 2-3-year programme. At First Group, we've had a graduate programme running for approximately 10 years now. Our graduate programme is a pipeline to fill some of our critical skills gaps within the industry and to help manage our talent coming into the industry. Graduates are seen as our future leaders of the business, and typically graduates that come onto the programme have progressed into quite senior leadership roles across the industry, be that director, MD level or international bid director. We recruit graduates into a multitude of different business areas. This can be anything from rail engineering, bus engineering. We've recently introduced a finance management programme. We also take on bus and rail operations. So that's learning everything about the industry from a bus or rail perspective in terms of how that particular industry is run and how you can be a part of that. This year we have a new programme of a commercial development programme within one of our train operators. So typically our graduates come on to a 2-year programme, and at the end of that 2 years we expect them to go into management positions. So that could be anything from station management, driver management, staff management, workshop engineer, projects. We expect the graduates to stay in these roles for a couple of years and kind of do lateral moves to get exposure across the entire business before moving up into a more senior role within a head of a particular function. Typically this takes an individual approximately 10 to 12 years to get into those senior leadership types of roles. So a graduate coming into first group, I would expect them to fully immerse themselves into the business area that they've been assigned to. So that's attending meetings, workshops, training, meeting with their mentors, buddies, line managers. Another way they can impress us is by asking lots of questions and basically taking any opportunity that's available to them to fully understand the area of the business they're on. The first year on the graduate programme, the graduate's a sponge. They're learning a lot about our complex transport industry. So given the recent emphasis on publishing the gender pay gap across all organisations, First Group have had great success in increasing our diversity on our graduate programmes. So this year in our 2018 intake, we've had a 50-50 split on female applicants joining the organisation. We obviously want to continue this work going forward, and we need you as a female to join our industry. As long as you're prepared to roll your sleeves up and get stuck in, whether that be from working on a station for the first train run out at 5 AM in the morning, or working underneath a bus or train from a maintenance side, or seeing the run out of the buses at 4:30 in the morning, as long as this doesn't faze you, then we'd welcome your application. So graduates joining our organisation can expect to find a diverse culture across bus, rail and our group operations. The common thing we have across those industries are our core values, which the most important one is getting our customers from A to B in a safe manner, and that's safe for the customers and for our employees. To do this, we set ourselves and our teams the highest standards and ensure we are accountable for our own performance, always supporting each other to achieve our goals.
Kevin Richardson is the Chief Executive of the Chartered Institute of Logistics and Transport and has over 35 years' experience in the logistics industry. So Kevin, how did you start your career?
Well, like many people, Joseph, I fell into this profession. It wasn't something that I chose to do. I left university in the halcyon days of the mid-70s with no idea of what I wanted to do other than join a big company and join a graduate scheme. And I joined a large tobacco industry and went through a traditional graduate program of production, marketing, sales, and of what in those days was called distribution. And actually I enjoyed the variety, the opportunities, the challenges that gave me, and that was where I stayed. So I spent my time working for large companies, some small companies, some global companies, in business development, in sales, in operations, running businesses, running countries, setting things up. And I found it such a thrilling and exciting environment that it was one that I never ever moved away from.
Sounds very good. What advice would you give someone just starting out in a supply chain?
Seize the opportunities that are given to you. Be alive to the possibilities. Be bold. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. And if you're prepared to actually enter this profession, it's one of the few things, if you take those opportunities and you grab the challenges, will give you a career for life that is really meaningful and valuable.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Kevin.
Pleasure.
Rolls-Royce today is at a fantastic turning point. We were pioneers at the start. We've been pioneers around the times of conflict, but now is the time to look forward and be pioneers again.
The jet engine you see today may look nothing like the jet engine you'll see in the next decade or two.
It's clear that as we look forward, electrification is going to play a bigger part.
We've been at the forefront in developing electrical capability for propulsion engines.
The reality is that there's an increasing demand for electrical capability in all the markets where we provide propulsion today.
With our microgrids and hybrid electric propulsion systems, we continue to be a pioneer in power.
We need to come together in the world of electrical to make this a reality.
Digital technology is making an impact on all businesses.
Technologies help the business to operate more effectively, saving time and money.
We're stretching the use of computers and equations in order to solve physics that we weren't able to in the past. It's just mind-blowing, stuff you wouldn't be able to even contemplate 10 years ago.
We are already a leading industrial technology company. We want to be the leading industrial technology company in the future.
I'm really excited about the younger people that are coming in to work for us.
We need to let them lead. They're going to do things that we can't even imagine.
We are a technology company, and throughout history we've shown that we can pioneer and innovate.
We need to stay curious, we need to be fast, agile, and do some brave things so that we can really be pioneering the power that matters.
Rolls-Royce pioneers cutting-edge technologies that deliver the cleanest, safest and most competitive solutions to meet our planet's vital power needs. Throughout our history, we have set out to achieve extraordinary goals. Along the way, we have developed groundbreaking technologies, established new standards and shaped the world we live in. This quest has taken us from expertise in internal combustion engines to providing the world's most powerful and efficient aero engines.
Every great product needs a great business behind it. Rolls-Royce's work is complex, innovative, highly challenging and rewarding, and it takes a range of professionals from across the commercial and business spectrum to carry it out. Having the right people in these roles enables us to deliver excellence to our customers and deliver power for a changing world.
I would like to welcome now Ashley Gorton, current Supply Chain Management graduate trainee, and Emily Sugamonian from Supply Chain Management graduate trainee at Rolls-Royce. Welcome. Now, let me ask you, how important is the supply chain in Rolls-Royce?
The supply chain is a vital element of Rolls-Royce's operation. We have to ensure that we deliver our parts on time and at the right cost. This challenge means that our organisation needs to work seamlessly together to deliver this.
And because of the nature of the product that we're delivering and manufacturing, and the requirement to deploy cutting-edge manufacturing technology, it really means that we've got a global complex supply chain with the need for world-class supply chain leaders.
All right, and what is Rolls-Royce recruitment process like?
So both of us have either completed or are completing the supply chain management graduate scheme. Right. So which means that we've been through the recruitment process. So it starts off with your application, which following that you'll undergo online psychometric testing, which if successful you'll be invited to one of our assessment centre days down in Derby. And if you're successful here, as this is the last stage of the recruitment process, if you're successful here, you'll be invited to join us at Rolls-Royce.
In supply chain management as well, we offer internships, degree programmes and graduate programmes. So whatever programme you complete, you'll be working hands-on in the organisation.
And what sort of training would a new supply chain management recruit receive at Rolls-Royce?
So Rolls-Royce's supply chain programme is designed so you cover the whole supply chain. So you can choose from 8 different placements when you're on a scheme. For me personally, so I did 4 placements. So my first one was working on the shop floor, firstly managing a portfolio of parts, ensuring they went through the shop floor. The second one was in global physical logistics, so there I ensured that parts got to the right place at the right time, as well as engines. And then my third and final placement, I worked in an engine project looking at scheduling and supply chain management.
So your training consultant and career coaches on programme will help you select the placements that you do in order to strengthen your knowledge and experiences within the supply chain. You're really encouraged to make the programme what you will, so whether that be selecting different roles throughout the business or working within the different businesses that we have, and you're also encouraged to undergo further training, and we also encourage all our employees to gain professional accreditation with companies such as CILT.
And what do you think are the most important qualities for someone to excel in a supply chain management role?
Okay, so I think the first one for me is probably balance. You want someone that's got the ambition to challenge the status quo and deliver what the customer wants, but you also want someone who's going to be grounded enough to use data to drive their decisions. You also want someone who's a listener, someone who can hear what people are saying, but also flush out the risk and find out if the commitment is really there. You want someone who's organised, someone who can fix things that initially seem really complex and make them seem really simple.
Yeah.
Other things such as good analytical skills and numeracy skills really help, I think.
Yeah, I think relationship management skills, they're also very, very important. You have to have the ability to influence and manage people on the shop floor right up to senior leaders.
And what interview advice would you give to someone looking to apply for a supply chain role in Rolls-Royce? Be
prepared. Make sure that you are aware of the sectors that we operate in, who our customers are, the different types of products. I think, and the main thing, remember that we are not a car company anymore.
I think to add to what Emily's just said, I think be positive, and be enthusiastic. Allow your personality to shine through. I think if you're don't be afraid to ask any questions either. I think both of these will really help you show the interviewer that you're enthusiastic about the role that you're applying for.
All right. Thank you, Ashley and Emily from Rolls-Royce.
Thank you.
Now let's learn a little more about CILT's professional development, and then from some more industry professionals. Sainsbury's will then be live with me. See you soon.
Hi Georgia. What does CILT's professional development offer?
We offer a variety of qualifications and short courses. CILT offer courses from entry level to strategic manager level, meaning whether you are just starting out or someone with several years experience, there are always opportunities for you to progress in your career and achieve your business goals with CILT. Our qualifications range from first-line entry-level management to degree equivalent. Being professional qualifications, they combine academic knowledge alongside work-based learning, enabling the student to have a thorough understanding of logistics and supply chain practices on completion.
Sounds good. And what about short courses?
Our public short courses offer face-to-face training delivered by highly respected and experienced trainers to ensure you are taught in the most effective ways and gain valuable information to gain your knowledge. CILT also offer training programs and bespoke delivery of courses on an in-company basis. CILT are also one of the 3 APEX channel partners, meaning that studying the CPIM or the CSCP via CILT, the student receives preferential rates. The CPIM can be offered as a classroom-based course or via the distance learning option, and the CSCP is offered as a self-study programme only.
Sounds good. So can you tell us about the CILT accreditation?
CILT accreditation is offered to universities offering sector-relevant qualifications. As a voluntary scheme, accreditation of university programmes gives confidence to students and employers that a course has achieved the threshold standards of quality required by the profession. Accreditation raises the visibility of the programme in the marketplace and helps students to choose the best possible course for enrolment. Accreditation is the process by which CILT works with organisations to evaluate and benchmark their programmes of initial and continuing professional development in order to ensure that high quality standards are met. Graduate development schemes provide organisations with an independent quality type mark and assurance of high standards, thereby raising both the profile and the credibility of their programmes. For an organisation, having a company scheme accredited by a professional body can help in the recruitment and the retention of high quality graduates. For individuals, accreditation provides a direct, fast-track route to chartered status in CILT, which will provide professional recognition for those developing their careers in logistics and transport.
So if I was interested in working in this industry, why should I study with the CILT?
You should study with us at CILT because our professional development programmes are designed to ensure that learners can deliver results at the highest standards and in line with the latest practice in the industry. We have internationally recognised qualifications in transport and logistics. This means by gaining certification with us, employers can ensure you are well trained in your chosen field, whether this be supply chain, logistics or transport. Our qualifications are taught through distance learning, meaning no matter what your circumstances are, you can study at your own pace in your own way from wherever you are in the world. We also offer classroom-based learning that can last from 1 to 4 days short courses and our 7-day classroom-based classes to gain your CPC. For those already with qualifications looking to advance their career further, continuing professional development, or CPD, can be earned through short courses and refresher days, networking, mentoring and knowledge sharing. Our professional development programmes are designed to ensure that learners can deliver results at the highest standards and in line with the latest practice, and for members we offer this all at a discounted rate.
So how do people interested in CILT courses sign up?
You can sign on to our course via the CILT website, where you will find your professional development pathway, which is a great system designed to guide you to the right courses for your level. We are also welcome for you to call the office or email your interest.
Sounds good. Thank you very much, Georgia.
Thanks.
My name is Sonia Rashid. I am the head of financial accounting and I've worked for Jeffco for 5 years. I enjoy the people, the challenges I face on each day, and the fact that the company is quite diverse in what it does, and everything I do is different, so I enjoy that. The advice I'd give on an interview process is firstly do thorough research on the company. That will help you prep your answers. And when given any answer, please give it with an example, because that helps us to understand the character you are.
So then I moved into more of a planning role, looking at how we build factories, how we plan logistics, and then I got into operational management through engine build, so supplying parts down to the build line, interfacing very closely into supply chain. And really, for me, the supply chain gives, a career in the supply chain really gives you an overall sight of a business's performance and adds value to the end product.
My name is Paul Branfield. I'm the IT manager for Jeffco UK, and I've been here for 31 years. If I could give my younger self some career advice, it would be take every opportunity to travel, work abroad within Jeffco. I would describe Jeffco in 3 words as agile, innovative and fun.
Yep. The amount of stock we move from field to fork is enormous, and our logistics division is integral in ensuring that our stores are fully stocked for our customers. Sainsbury's have a wide number of career opportunities for talented individuals, from working on our busy logistics operation, engaging, coaching and leading large teams, to managing our strategic projects within our store support centres, ensuring the continued excellence of our transport and warehouse operations. Sainsbury's values are at the heart of everything we do, underpinning their vision to be the most trusted retailer where people love to work and shop.
A bit more crowded now. Onto the spotlight, I would welcome Lucy Holland, Anita Mears, Debbie Rimmer and Darren Jones from Sainsbury's. Welcome.
Thank you.
So tell me, what do Sainsbury's look for in a potential candidate?
So from my experience with the logistics placement scheme at Sainsbury's, their focus has always been on people and their passion and enthusiasm, which I'd say is what they look for in potential candidates.
Yeah.
They're always looking for future leaders, so your ability to communicate, build trust and motivate those around you are all key qualities to have. In addition to this, it's also important to have an understanding and awareness of logistics, and importantly, a willingness to learn and a passion for what you do.
Oh, right. And, well, why is attracting new blood within the industry so important?
Well, the logistics of keeping logistics on the road just isn't easy. Logistics functions are unknown and unappreciated, but logistics is now definitely changing, and the world of logistics is becoming more fast-paced. And so companies are recognising the need to respond, and they're developing a hiring strategy that means they're attracting more of the country's population. Working with individuals who are different from different parts it actually helps shape a company, and a workforce that is actually engaged and enthusiastic builds a contagious buzz. Having a mixed workforce also improves the working atmosphere, and it reduces that groupthink, so where everybody just thinks the same. Thus, that ensures a pipeline of talent for the senior roles of the future. So I suppose the industry's moved on significantly, and it's now time to shout that out and to talk about the opportunities that we've got for everyone.
Right, now could one of you describe the promotion path for logistics and transport professionals within Sainsbury's?
Yeah, so there are many roles across transport and logistics in Sainsbury's. We've got a network of regional and national distribution centres supported by the central teams. So there is always focus on development and the opportunity to take part in development opportunities. We've got many senior colleagues across the division that started their journeys as colleagues or first line managers. And training and development doesn't only focus on technical ability, but also on behaviours and transferable skills. So no matter where you start your journey, there are opportunities to develop. We've got internal training programmes, an online learning and development platform, and the opportunity to complete external courses and apprenticeships. So through development and regular conversations with your line manager, you can start to identify what career journey you want to take and work out how to reach those goals.
Oh, right. And how does the future of logistics look like?
So, I mean, the logistics industry is entering a whole new phase of development with the advent of technology, whether that's robotics, automation, all the different sorts of data sets that can be used, whatever that might be, whether it be blockchain. That's going to open up an opportunity to develop logistics in a whole different way.
Yeah.
The result of that is it's going to open up opportunities for people with lots of different skills. So there'll always be the roles for operational roles for people interfacing with colleagues and with customers, but there'll be new roles for more challenging roles around innovation and creation, and they're the roles we'll be looking for.
And well, Darren, what was your career path like?
So I started as a graduate with DHL, did a number of operational business development roles, moved on then to Safeway, which are a grocery retailer, where I headed up their transport division, moved back into third party with Wincanton and was the business unit director for Argos, and then joined Sainsbury's 12 years ago, and I now head up the logistics strategy team, so lots of variety.
Oh, wow, impressive. I want to thank you all, and I don't know about you, but I can't wait to see their Christmas advert, like, really. Coming up next, let's hear from Sainsbury's employee, a student at Glasgow Caledonian, and some more key industry professionals. Then up next, we have Charlie from CILT telling us about CILT student membership and meet some learners. I'll see you back here live with our final question with all the recruiters.
Hi, I'm Nikki. I started in the central transport team planning backhaul journeys, and now I work in the logistics implementation team on projects like the new automation system at Bedford. I'm dyslexic, and the team have been very supportive of this, enabling me to use my strengths in a role which is both challenging and exciting. And I love my job because every day is different.
Well, my name is Cesar, and I come from the Dominican Republic. I am doing a master on international operations and supply chain management at GCU, and I like it because we not only receive knowledge about technical knowledge, for example, about global supply chain operations and quality management, but they also teach us soft skills, and that is something that I had never been taught before. Something I really like is that this university is very diverse. So for example, anytime I went to a library, I would see people from so many different cultures, and this is something nice. That this is the first time I'm in such diverse environment. There are many things I have learned, but one of them is being able to work with people that are completely different and the benefits behind it, because they have different ways of approaching things, and they have a different point of view. I will say there's many people who inspire me, but I will say my father inspires me a lot, because he has always taught me to follow my dreams. So for example, coming here was not very easy for me. I had to leave everything, and this is something that he had to do when he was younger, and he has always supported me and told me to follow my dreams. Well, I think this course has opened many opportunities that I didn't have before. For instance, I can apply for jobs in procurement, supply chain, logistics, and I think it has not changed my ambitions. They are still the same. So if you bump into me, I will probably be on the library, especially in the group study park, because every time I went there, I met different friends, and that's something I really enjoy. Or in the gym, because I really like doing sports and exercise.
So why I chose to work in the supply chain. So for me, it's about adding value. It's about the tangible benefit. It's about knowing that what I'm doing is having a positive contribution towards the success of the business and ultimately the customer.
My name's Sam Harris. I started off working for Sainsbury's as a warehouse picker in the warehouse. I moved on from there to be a supervisor, to being a manager, and I'm now a newly appointed shift manager at a brand new depot in Pineham.
My name is Vicky Arnold, I'm Head of Sales and I've been here since January this year. Jeffco, in 3 words, I would say ambitious, very welcoming and a dynamic business. My team, very varied, lots of different characters, but all very focused, very committed to the objectives for the year and definitely have the customer at the forefront. My advice would be take things slower, take your time, listen to our customers, listen to stakeholders, and make sure you reflect on things before you take action.
Good to meet you, Charlie. So could you tell us who are the Chartered Institute of Logistics and Transport?
Well, CILT are a membership organisation focused on supporting and aiding individuals interested or involved in the logistics and transport profession. The Chartered Institute of Logistics and Transport in the UK is the membership organisation for professionals involved in the movement of goods and people and their associated supply chains. First established in 1919, we are a registered charity and part of the CILT international family with over 33,000 members in countries across the world. Our vision is for the Chartered Institute of Logistics and Transport is to enable innovation, excellence and value creation for both individuals and corporate bodies by being the leading membership organisation and education provider within our community of professionals.
So what do you offer your student members?
Well, CILT offers a variety of benefits specifically designed to help individuals. We offer the Knowledge Centre, which is Europe's largest collection of logistics and transport resources. This includes access to specialist articles, company information and much more.
So what about the monthly CILT member magazine Logistics and Transport Focus?
Yes, so student members receive an online subscription to Logistics and Transport Focus, which is CILT's exclusive monthly magazine. This includes the latest information on the Institute, leading industry articles, and the latest news within logistics and transport. They also receive career development services to encourage, support, and assist individuals on achieving their long-term goals and further their studies into the workplace. This also includes CV and interview preparation.
And we understand that the CILT have lots of events throughout the year.
Yes, we do. We have our local and national events, our opportunities to network with peers and learn from leading professionals, expanding the individual's knowledge on logistics and transportation.
So the CILT Advantage Benefit Scheme was brand new for October the 18th. Can you tell us something about that?
Yes, we do have this new Advantage Benefit Scheme. This offers access to exclusive health, wellbeing and lifestyle benefits. This includes various discounts on travel, shopping, motoring and insurance, plus business and personal advice.
So why is the Institute important to the industry?
We are important to the industry as we assist professionals within the industry to progress further in their careers by providing relevant training and keeping them up to date with all the important changes within the industry. We also advise government, and with the fast approach of Brexit, we are helping to provide clarity in uncertain times.
So why should someone join?
CILT helps individuals to achieve their goals, improve on their performance and professional profile, and we help our members get their message heard.
So how can somebody join as a student member?
Details of how to join will be available as a post on Facebook after this event. You can also go online to our website, which is www.ciltuk.org.uk, or call us on 01536.
I'm Lance Corporal Boachis Rampa.
I'm Lance Corporal Saleh. We are from 7th Regiment, ROC, based in Cottesmore.
Thank you. How long have you been a member of CILT?
I've been with CILT for about 3 years now.
I've just joined like 6 months ago.
And how has your CILT membership benefited you in your career so far?
For me, I think I've learned the modern ways or new ways of doing our job, especially in the army. So it's giving me opportunity to explore more the new ways. So I'm happy I joined CILT.
I would say it's widened my horizon about the logistics world. Before doing the CILT, I was quite clueless about the whole logistics, but with this, it's really opened my eyes about what the logistics is about in the whole world.
Thank you. And you're both currently studying with CILT.
Yeah.
How do you see this helping you progress with your career?
For me, I think now it has broadened my horizon in the industry in general and equipped me with the new ways of working and developing as a soldier and as an NCO in the British Army. So I think being with CILT has benefited me immensely, and especially life after the army as well.
Definitely, we're not gonna stay our lifetime in the army. We will definitely get out. But my job trade at the moment in logistics is really enhanced, and when I get out one day, I know I'll be chest out confident that I've got something beneficial from CILT.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Welcome, Annie, from the CILT Knowledge Centre. We've heard Charlie membership talk about the benefits of the Knowledge Centre. Can you expand on these for us?
Yes, of course. The Knowledge Centre is a specialist working library. We hold one of the largest collections and comprehensive collections of logistics and transport related information in Europe. Members can benefit from the knowledge and experience of the dedicated library staff. We offer personal and professional guidance. A key part of the Knowledge Centre is the John Williams Library, which is often used regularly by the Institute members. This is especially beneficial to those studying Institute qualifications. Along with traditional resources, we also offer online information. This includes in-house electronic resources, such as the Business Intelligence Service.
So what is the Business Intelligence Service?
The Business Intelligence Service reflects a huge virtual filing cabinet of approximately 7,000 journals from around the globe. The Business Intelligence Service also provides access to detailed international industry reports, plus country-specific analysis of approximately 10,000 large global companies. We also offer World Newspapers Today. This is an extensive database. It holds over 7,000 global newspapers and magazines from over 100 countries and in 60 different languages. This is a searchable database our members can enjoy as part of their membership without having to pay a subscription fee.
Sounds great. So how would I sign up for that?
As Charlie said, the information is on the website and will be posted on Facebook after the event.
Thank you very much, Annie.
Thank you.
Okay, so welcome to the conclusion of this year's Virtual Careers Fair. This is our live Q&A session. We've gathered some of your questions for each of our companies here tonight. We're going to provide some of the answers to these questions now. So our first question is for brakes. How much of a concern is the current driver shortage facing the industry?
I think it is a huge concern for anybody that employs drivers. There is a national shortage out there. There's an ageing workforce population. I believe the average is around 55. So before long, there won't be any young drivers out there. So we need to get more people to come into the industry as a driver. From there, they can go on and move their career up and do really well. We're doing everything we can in terms of apprenticeships. Internally, we have our Warehouse to Wheels program. So our warehouse operatives, they come in, we train them up, and ultimately they can become a driver. There's lots of initiatives we're doing, but I think as an industry, we all need to look at it a little bit more than perhaps we are collaboratively.
Absolutely. Our next question is for DHL. Wonderful. So are you concerned about the lack of young skilled professionals interested in starting a career in profession?
Yeah, I don't know if it's necessarily something that it's a concern, but it's definitely something that we're aware of as a business. We know that within the graduate market, applications to our industry are on the up, which is a real positive. But we need to make sure that we're doing everything we can to engage with young people. And from a business perspective, our sites partner with local schools. Us as a team partner with local schools and colleges. And also we have our charity partner, the DHL Foundation, that are engaging with students right from year 5s up until year 13, and that's all around helping young people, but it's also about raising awareness for the industry and our business.
Very good. Right, our next question is for RAF. So if you could just pass back down, thank you. What is the most rewarding aspect of working for the RAF?
So in my experience, it's been to engage with the public. I've worked with people all over the world, done humanitarian aid, and I'm currently part of the recruitment teams that go out to schools and engage with them there. It's been massively rewarding, and it's one of the few jobs where we actually get to go and do that as part of our role as well.
Very good. Right, our next question is for Kuehne Nagel. So I should pass the mic down. Thank you very much. Thank you. So this question's come in. As a woman looking to start a career in logistics, I'm a little anxious about the opportunities available to me. Is the industry workforce now more diverse than it used to be?
Well, as a woman in the logistics industry, I would say that it certainly is, and you only need to look around the room today and my peers to see that that really is the case. We are seeing more and more women apply for our roles, and certainly on our recent graduate cohort, almost half of those are females, which is a really great thing to see. Kuehne Nagel really want to promote logistics as a career for all, and we'll be doing some really exciting things for International Women's Day next year on the 8th of March, so watch this space.
Absolutely. Our next question is for Jeffco. So pass the mic down, thank you. This question's come in. I have absolutely no experience in logistics and I'm currently studying a degree in geography. Would this hinder my application for a job at Jeffco?
Very interesting question. Now, I would say as a company that supplies global supply chain solutions, geography is actually a pretty good degree to have. That said, we're not really too bothered about the nature of the degree that an individual has got. It's mainly about the drive and the ambition and wanting to make a difference.
Absolutely. Our next question is for Rolls-Royce. So, I'd like to answer. Thank you very much. What is it that first encouraged you to work for Rolls-Royce?
For me, it would probably have been the opportunity to work for the name Rolls-Royce is one that everyone knows worldwide, and the opportunity to work for such a big brand was it was one that I couldn't pass up really. The products that we're manufacturing are cutting edge, and the chance to work at this company was something I couldn't pass up.
So we've got one final question here for Sainsbury's. If we could just actually, use this mic. I know he's on. Thank you. So what would you say? This is coming. What would you say to me in order to convince me that a career at Sainsbury's is worth embarking on?
2 words, I guess, variety and challenge. So lots of variety, whether it's operational roles at the coalface, for want of a better phrase, or back office, for want of another phrase, but in terms of strategy, implementation, supply chain, you can work in food, you can work in non-food, clothing, online. So lots of variety, and every one of those is a challenge. So you'll come in, you'll be given challenges, you'll be stretched. Would it be a great experience?
Absolutely. Okay, well that's the end of our Q&A session. I'd like to thank everybody who's come in tonight, all of our recruiters. Don't forget there is still time for you to sign up and have your documents passed on to the recruiters. Just click the link pinned to the top of our Facebook. If your question wasn't answered tonight, or if you have thought of something to ask, please fill out the Google form posted just below this feed and someone will get back to you. Have a great rest of the night and we hope to hear from you soon. Thank you for watching.